this. You'll be like that, and they're like, well, let's get into it, and then that's gonna cut to the beginning of the actual thing.
All right, all right.
All right, yo, what's up? It's Julian. I'm here with my co-host,
Noah Salam.
and this is the Elevator Show episode 2. Today we talked about some very interesting topics such as fashion, peace in our own lives.
Then we got into some reading and nature.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of interesting stuff. So y'all better tap in, watch to the end.
All
Make
the
sure
good
you
stuff.
but you don't even gotta watch to the end to like it. You don't even got to watch to the end to share it. Support the fam, support us on our Instagram, support the social media. And let's get
Turn
into it.
us up.
What you say?
I said turn us up.
Yeah, turn us up. Let's turn us up. All right, let's get
Okay.
into that. So what's been up with me today? I just got back from gardening club, and I'm recording this. I got volleyball later on. Type.
Bro, y'all had the chakras out and shit.
Nah, for real. What's it called? We had like these bowls, and you like hit them with a wooden like stick. You kind of like surround it, not surround it, but like you kind of just you can make a circle motion around the bowl, and it has like this super like very like beautiful frequency. We were just in a circle doing that, nature stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what you been up to though?
What I've been up to, man, I've been immersing myself in nature, I guess. I go on walks a lot. That's where I find my peace. Just
I love
going on
that.
walks around my neighborhood. But nah, like gardening sounds fun, like as a hobby or something.
Mm-hmm.
To
It
take
is
care of
fun.
your plants and watch them grow. Like
It's not
I
even to
hope
take
to
care
get
of the
more
plants,
plants in
really.
my life.
I feel like a lot of gardening is like it's the yard work, and then once you're done, you kind of feel accomplished, and then at that point, it's maintaining. It's like a responsibility. For some reason, I compare a lot of things to like taking care of people. So it's just like, even though plants are still alive, it's not like taking care of a full person, but it kind of has that, thing where it's not like you do it and you're done. You have to do it, maintain it the whole entire time, clean it up. It's just a whole process.
You build a connection with your plants.
For real. I start to realize like building connections is more than just talking to people. I used to think, oh, you just talk to someone, if you fuck with them, you're cool, but you kind of have to put, sacrifice time, effort, money, things like that. And at first I was like, oh, people might only want to mess with me because I have money or because of this and that, the third. But I feel like people do appreciate when you put more than just your words out there. It kind of shows like
Actions.
who they are. Yeah.
How do you feel about actions over words?
When I talk to people, like especially a romantic interest, I tell them to like trust my actions before you trust my words, because
And you let them know right off the
not
bat.
for real. I mean, because the thing is, I try to be truthful, but sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. But my actions never lie. Like what I do in the moment is truly what I want to be doing.
That's very true. I feel like if I was a girl, I would I'm not trusting anything a dude says.
Chill.
No, but for real, even with girls, I feel like you can tell if someone really likes you based off of what they do, not just because anyone can say whatever they want, but the way they respond to you, treat you.
Exactly. What do you feel about like not just, let's say you're interested in someone, not just how you are with them, but like let's say they're mad at you. Can you feel like their absence like is a sign of like a fact that they care? Like if I was talking to a girl and she made me mad and I just like kind of be distant, can you feel that being feel that as
I
showing some
feel
type
like,
of affection or no?
yeah, absolutely, because I feel like even more than arguing with that person or something like that, like their absence would be a lot more powerful. Like,
Mm.
because that shows, especially someone, if you have respect for yourself and you like, look, I'm not getting the type of treatment or whatnot that I seek from this, and then you remove yourself from that, I feel like the other person's gonna be like, damn, I need to rethink what I'm doing.
The thing is though, like every time that happens, at least for me, it's like too late. I'm just like, they dip and I'm just like, I can literally do nothing about this. But the thing is also vice versa. When I try to like make a leave of absence from someone that's not treating me correctly, like I can't
A
even tell
leave
if it's
of
working.
absence.
I just feel like, oh, I'm just did something dumb. Now they're gonna go do something without me. They probably don't even care because like you can't feel how they're feeling, especially when it's like there's no communication. So it's just hard to do. I feel like,
Nah, bro, that's on inner strength. That's what that takes.
for real. I feel like that's also like being alone, but also having a life outside of someone you're talking to. Just being an individual. That's really important.
For real. I think honestly it's important to have that before you go and get serious with someone. Or you can't just be out here trying to be involved with mad people and not have your own foundation.
And I think your own foundation is more than just like knowing yourself, because I feel like that's like the first battle, but the second battle is okay, so now that you know yourself, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna actually commit yourself to your passions, or are you just gonna like say you know how to play music but never actually pick it up or never actually listen to it or never actually like produce something, you know?
Passions and people who aren't passionate about their passions.
That was a sentence for sure.
No, but for real, I think it is, especially I'm about to say our generation. I hate when people say that, but in
I
our
don't like that either.
generation, yeah, like people like dating is such a big like. I feel like you can get in a cycle of just dating and not really sitting with yourself. But those be like the most important moments, like having realizations with yourself.
And the thing is, like, those realizations help you like maintain a relationship when you're there, because you know a relationship isn't always going to be like great. So when you do have to like back up or just be mad, you can still go back to, well, I still like playing guitar, or I still like watching these videos, or I still like doing this. So it's just like you don't focus the you don't focus on the fact that the relationship isn't fulfilling you at the moment. So you kind of give it time, you give it space, and then it kind of just recuperates by itself by you just giving it that space. But if you're always on top of it, you're not going to allow it to grow, and you like suffocate it. And you actually, I think, in my opinion, you kind of kill it just by doing the most, you know? And I think I've been guilty of that in the past, sadly.
I think we all have. But like, yeah, if you put too much emphasis on that in your life and that's the only thing bringing you happiness, and even if that other person has like a more of a foundation within themselves, like,
oh,
that might mess up the whole dynamic. And also you have to be able to take care of yourself in order to take care of another person.
I feel like I've known that since day one. So sometimes I'm a little like apprehensive to really like, I wouldn't say commit to a relationship, it's like be into one, because if I don't feel like I'm taking care of myself like properly, then I'm just gonna like half-ass something. I just don't want to do that. But it also kind of comes off as, oh, you can't just fight through it. I'm down to just, figure it out along the way, but I think I just have very high expectations of myself. But it's nothing I can't meet and things like that. But yeah, if you can't really take care of yourself, it's kind of hard to take care of another person, because it's not just, oh, you talk to them and you do stuff with them. Like you have to pick them up when they're down. You might have to run an errand that's random and you don't want to do it, but like, it's even like that with friendships. Like sometimes your friend asks you like, oh, you want to go somewhere with me, and like you might not want to do it, but you still want to spend time with that person and things like that. So just to maintain that friendship, you just do things that you don't want to do. But I think it's always worth it for sure
to show up. But I feel like it goes the other way too, because then you're gonna want them to do something for you.
But I've never been the one to ask though. Like, are you a type of person that just like ask someone to do some stuff with, like a lot of stuff with you, and then they don't? You kind of think about it, or you're just like, oh well, you're just kind of nonchalant about it?
I mean, I'm the type of person to definitely ask. Like, I like to have company, but I also like to be alone a lot. Like, I love my alone time. So if someone's not available to do something with me, I'll just go and do it.
I feel like the only time I'm disappointed about someone not doing something with me, if it's like a planned date or like planned hangout. But if I'm like, oh, you want to go to Target with me? You're like, nah, I'm not really tripping. It's whatever.
Bro, I don't like lateness.
I feel like you're late though. You're late like pretty frequently.
Come
though,
on,
so
bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a punctual nigga, man.
That's cat. Last year, every time I'd be like, oh no. Here's the problem, because last year me and Noah would like go to the gym or do some random activity, right? And I'd be waiting for him in his dorm lobby, and we'd be like 10 minutes or something. I'm just chilling there. And as soon as he comes, like I'm on my phone. So I'm like, give me a second. I'm watching something. He like starts like, he's like, let's go. He starts snapping at me. I'm like, I was just waiting 10 minutes for you. What are you talking about?
Bro, because you'll sit there and stare at your phone like I'm not there.
You
And that was
weren't there
like,
for the
bro,
past
you
10
lived
minutes.
across campus. That was funny.
Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna explain it to people who don't know. So Howard is basically on like a hill. It's a couple of blocks. Like the campus is like, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 blocks long. And my dorm was on the opposite side on the bottom of the hill, and Noah's dorm was up the hill. So I had to walk all the way up the hill just to get to him. So I kind of had to like,
That's a hill.
yeah, it's a pretty steep hill. But the thing is, like, I like walking, so it wasn't a really big deal. But I kind of I had to be aware of what time I left my dorm to meet up, rather than, you know, you could just leave your dorm right when it was time to meet up because I'd always be in the lobby. But sometimes, you'd be a little bit late. And then the thing is, like, I would be like, I'm early, and then I'm waiting, and then I get snapped at. But I think last year I was definitely like way more frustrated about that. But now I don't care. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's whatever.
Do you think that like took away from your experience last year?
No,
Like
no,
just
no,
being
no,
removed?
no, no.
You liked it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it kind of helped me just establish, like, or just realize the importance of being alone, but also being in a different environment. Because since everyone or all my friends were in Cook and I was in CHS, well, that's the dorm I was in CHS, it kind of forced me to make relationships with other people inside CHS that I probably would not have made otherwise if I didn't live there. Rather, like, in Cook, if you have your squad, you're kind of like in that bubble. So you might not hang out with other people otherwise. So I think it was a good idea. I mean, I had, people in CHS to hang out with for sure, if you know me, but no, it wasn't a big
Like,
deal.
we used to come see you at CHS like for that
That is
Super Bowl
such a
party,
lie.
bro.
That is such a lie.
Like a couple times. The Super Bowl thing was cool. I was like, damn, y'all
Oh
got a little
yeah.
community going on.
Oh yes, the CHS community was actually like very strong, especially since it was a co-ed freshman dorm. Like it's not like everyone had established relationships. So like sometimes for me, I would like do my work in a study room and I'd see another person, and then you see them frequently enough. You start talking to them and stuff like that. So the people in CHS, like even now, since we're in a different dorm, we all still know each other, or we know each other exists. But yeah, I mean, shout out to them. Like CHS was a blessing. Really.
Bro, I can't relate. There was like no community in Cook.
Now speak on that. Speak on that Cook community.
Wait, my headphones unplugged.
Oh, I can still hear you. So
All right, anyway, I was saying like I didn't even know the dude who lived next to me. Like maybe this is my fault. Maybe I could have gone and knocked on his door or some shit. But like I would just be in my room, leave out my room, and all the doors are like everyone has their own separate room and cook. It's not like there's a lounge on the floor or anything. So we just go about our business. But better than Drew.
nah,
Just say
Drew is
that.
crazy. I mean, shout out to anyone listening that is currently in Drew or that used the
Survive.
dorm in Drew. But nah, every time I went in there, like I like thanked God that I was not there.
What type of quality of life is that?
It's not even like the quality of life. It's just like, I mean, it is, but I feel like you can live your life outside of your dorm. But it's just the fact that the end of the day, it could be a long day. You go back and you have to take a shower, and that shower might just be nasty as fuck. Sometimes I'll go in there to use the bathroom. I'm just like, wow, like I would be disturbed.
I feel like it would be hard to adapt my lifestyle to that. Like, I'm serious about like self care, taking care of myself.
Yeah,
It brings me peace.
for you, it'd definitely be difficult. For me, I would just kind of deal with it because it's just like I wasn't. I mean, I'm like a type of guy where I would really appreciate the space to take care of myself and things like that. But I know like it's not always gonna be like that. And I've been in situations before where it's just like, especially like playing baseball growing up, you go to events, and there's one time I went to this place called Cooperstown, and you kind of like stay in, it's like a dorm type situation. So my team stayed in this dorm, and we had to walk outside like, I don't know, 1,000 feet to this community shower and whatnot. It wasn't clean or anything, but it was like it got the job done. I don't really care. It's kind of nasty.
Like I'll do it. Like this summer, I had a retreat for the fellowship I did, and it was out in the woods, like this nasty bathroom. Smelled like rancid, but you had the shower and stuff in there, and they were like, how there's always like spiders and stuff on the faucet. And
No, that's nasty. Nah.
But I did it. I mean, I've never been the camping type.
I feel like that's an experience. This is a random story. My At my internship over the summer, I met someone. They went camping with like some person that they just met there. I could never do that. Like if I'm going camping with you, I trust you and I think you're responsible and I've known you for a little minute. I can't just go camping with anyone.
That's
It's
kind of
already
crazy.
I already know I'm about to tweak on there. Like I'm about to be like, oh my god, there's no toilet paper, there's no this, there's no that. But no, it can't be someone random. But some people are like that, you know. Some people are just literally different, and that's okay. It's
Some
really
people love it, like just going back to a very basic form of living.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Like I see how you could appreciate that. Like comfort.
Yeah, I mean, I like my bed. I like technology and whatnot. But if I gotta be a caveman, then I could be a caveman. I've definitely had my caveman moments on campus. Like sometimes, like it's not even the fact that I don't have any clean clothes. I just don't care. So I just show up in like sweatpants and a tank top, and my hair is just whatever it do. I'm just like whatever, man. Like people are dripped out. People got their thing. I just put on lotion, deodorant, brush my teeth, and I just went out. It's just I really just raw dogged it.
I
But
feel like over the course, especially last year, over the course of the year, I just started to give up on what I was wearing. Like I had a few set outfits and I would just roll out.
for real. But the thing is, I feel like if you just focus on if it like matches, whatnot, that's like calm little fit. That's a calm little fit, just little crew
Some
neck,
slight,
jeans, like calm little, some slight tight. You don't need something crazy.
not every day at least. Sometimes you got to put that shit on.
Not for real. I think that's where I'm at in my fashion journey because every single one of my outfits are very like loud. I mean, it kind of just goes back to
You
my
do be wearing like
personality.
colorful stuff.
Yeah,
The skeleton suit.
that skeleton suit. I've never worn that on campus yet. I only wore it when I was in New York, but
You got, bro, Halloween, you have to step out in that.
of course, I'm stepping out in that skeleton suit. I think I'm gonna wear it like at skate club one time before, and then I'm gonna step out on Halloween. But that's gonna be a rare sighting. If you see me in the skelly, like just know, bruh.
It's that type of day.
For real. I remember when I bought it and I showed it to my mom. She like looked at me weird, but not in like a bad way. She's like, "That's interesting. This is very much you." I'm like, first of all,
What
who wouldn't wear it though? Like that thing is sick.
what spoke to you about this from the skeleton suit when
I
you
don't
saw it?
know. When I saw it, I was just like, I need to wear this. Like that's just the only thought I had. Like, I'm going to wear this. I feel like it's like how certain artists have their like aesthetic in their music, but they like draw it into their clothing, into their way of life. Like,
Yeah.
how Playboy Cardi has like his opium label. He has Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely. And they all wear all black, silver chains, and it's like
Oh
things
yeah.
like that. So it's just like I feel like I'm a very creative, like random or not random, but I just like to show my interest in what I think is cool. It's not just I think it's cool and I'm gonna go with it, to be whatever with it. I think it's cool. I'm gonna put it on my body and I'm gonna show everyone like what I think is cool. So I might just roll up in a skeleton suit.
I think I tend to resort to things that are more like comfortable to wear, but I also like the way it represents. Like I love sweaters. Like I'm so
Mm.
excited it's getting colder.
I
Like
like
a good
sweaters too.
sweater, jeans every single day.
You know what's funny? I think you and Christian, Christian's one of our friends, but you and Christian were like the people that motivated me to start wearing jeans. Like, I remember my mom used to force me to wear jeans, and I hated it. I was like, I don't want to wear
Bro,
jeans. I hate
I
jeans.
don't
I hate
understand people
jeans.
like that. I'd rather wear jeans than sweatpants
No,
any
that's
day.
crazy. Sweatpants are way better than jeans.
Something about jeans, bro. Like I just bought some new Levi's, and I'm very specific about like the bagginess. Cause I don't like tight jeans, like baggy jeans. You can throw on anything with that, and it's just like the silhouette I'd be looking for.
That's true. I feel like since I'm like tall and I have like thick thighs, like finding baggy jeans is kind of hard, but skinny jeans are not the way. People who wear skinny jeans and can pull it off, they got it. I can't do that. That's just OD.
But I was wearing skinny jeans back in like middle school, though.
That's OD.
Come on, bro.
I don't know. They always felt weird to me. They like rode up. Like I'm not gonna get too specific, but like it rode up on places I didn't want it to like ride up on. You know what I'm saying? Like it was doing a lot in that
Bro,
area.
fashion is pain. Fashion is passion.
Expand on that.
Passion is passion speaks for itself. Like once you get to know yourself better and you know what you kind of want to represent, I feel like you think about fashion a lot more.
Mm.
And like even when bro, this store Uniqlo, have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been to Uniqlo.
I love their stuff because they have all like basics, but it's all very like nice material, and that's why I love to wear just like single color solid shirts. It's like I've just decided on that because I care more about the texture of the clothes rather than like a design on it.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I like putting like sweaters with denim and textures, man.
What's it called? I remember, or not. I remember. I just feel like
remember.
No, sing for the podcast. Sing for the podcast.
Brother, it was just an ad lib. I remember.
Look,
that's that Brent.
Shout out to all the Brent fans. But this is a side comment. First time I met Noah, or just the first couple times I was talking to him, like we would be talking and he would do stuff like he just have an outburst, like not an outburst, but like he would just like start singing or something. And at first I was looking at him weird, but I feel like I actually really like that about you. Like it's really funny or like just very in the moment. It's like very unique that you do that.
Bro, I got that from my dad, bro. He's the type, he'll get like stuck on one phrase and just say it over and over again.
I think I did that as a kid, but like it would just be internet trends. Like I would always like, you know, that little kid that said LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I said that way too much as a kid. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but I would say it, and my sister would be like, "Julian, do you have Tourette's?" I'm like, "No." Like that's kind of OD, but I really did say it that frequently. But back to the clothes thing. When I buy sweaters, I think, and this is very recent, like I kind of feel the texture, and if it's too loose, I'm not gonna buy it because
I love baggy sweaters.
No, not baggy fit, but like if the material is not thick. Like I like thick material stuff.
I feel that.
Because especially here, oh my God, these Howard washes will destroy your clothes, bro. And it's heartbreaking. You put some drip in there, it's gonna come out a little soggy, and there's lint on it. How's there lint in the washer machine? Like that's insane.
The washing situation here is rough, but I remember last year I put like a whole load in and it would come out smelling like mildew, bro.
That shit is
that could ruin your day.
Literally. And the thing is, you forget about it, and then you kind of like dry it and whatnot, and you can still low-key smell it a little bit. It's like not great enough for it to be a problem, but it's faint, and it just reminds you that the fact that shit happened. It just makes me angry. Like, and clothes are expensive.
That's true. But I like to thrift and stuff, so I don't even be spending that much. I'm a little cheap.
People be hating on H&M, but like,
bro, Barnell who loves H&M?
H&M has like stuff like when you're beginning your fashion journey, you gotta go to H&M because it's cheap, it's basic, and you know if you don't like something, it's not like it costs you an arm and a leg. It like costs you like $10.
Get so that foundation, like. I'd be talking about that with shoes. Like I feel like you need a few basic shoes before I can start getting experimental with them. Like I need my Forces, Sambas, some slides.
People been jacking New Balances recently, but first of all,
I just got some of them.
I'm not even mad that it's popular now, but I've been repping New Balances since like I was a kid because it came from the DMV, and people would always go on New Balances like, "Why are you wearing those dad shoes?" or it just wasn't cool. But now wearing New Balances is cool. I'm just like, bro, like y'all really wasn't there for when it started, because I have New Balances, you know, I got the popular ones, but also have the New Balance walking shoes. Them joints are I'm a tall dude, I'm pretty heavy. Them joints support my knees, so every time I'm walking somewhere, I just throw on my dad New Balances. They get me right every time.
Oh, they got like big cushions on the bottom. But I be running a lot, so have you ever seen like Hokas?
Hookahs, yeah.
Bro, I love those. The pads on those are thick, and that's like for running. That's perfect.
I haven't ever had a pair of hookahs, but I think I'm gonna get them eventually because, especially since I've been running too. I've been running in those New Balances, but just to have another pair of shoes to like work out or walk and run in, like I need those for real.
People are starting to wear those like fashionably too now. Like I feel like sneakers are just coming in general.
I think a lot of fashion, or I think there's like two separate sectors of fashion. There's one where it's just like a lot of, high class like brands like, Gucci or, what are those boots called? Rick
Mm.
Owens
Oh,
boots and
Rick
things like
Owens.
that. But I think there's a lot of fashion to be explored where it's like, more practical shoes like New Balances, Hookahs, basketball shoes. People used to wear
Basics.
basketball shoes with their fits, man. What happened to that?
Bro,
Like
I
those are
missed that.
hard.
Bro, I bought like every time a pair of LeBrons came out, I was the first one buying those. And I was like, I would beg my mom to help me out to buy some LeBrons.
And those
Looking
would
back, those
go.
shoes are kind of, nah, I'm not gonna lie. Looking back, those shoes are kind of ugly. They're kind of OD. It's like, it would be so much going on one little shoe. It's like,
That's true. There's a lot of colors on those shoes. But I feel like that was the point. They knew middle schoolers liked mad colors and things like that. But especially for like playing basketball, that's what basketball players wanted to wear. They wanted to wear these colorful ass shoes because they were low key sick. But for fashion purposes, it's kind of hard to style. But I feel like if they had like the same shoe architecture, but just, calmer colors, maybe one or two, people will wear them again for sure.
do
Cause
people still wear LeBrons? I haven't seen those in a minute.
people wear LeBrons, but more like athletes. Cause I have a pair of Kyrie's. They're red. Once I get a red, I know actually I do have a red outfit. It's like I'm not gonna spoil the outfit because I just want to drip on, I'm trying to drip on niggas, you know what I'm saying? But
Haven't stepped out yet.
exactly. But when I wear my red outfit, like I'm gonna wear my Kyrie's. And it's not like, oh, those are my red shoes. I mean, those are my only red shoes, but I could also wear white shoes. But I don't know. I feel like they're stylish, Like I don't really need to be wearing like low. I hate with a passion like low tops, man. I hate low
Bro, what are
tops,
you
bro.
talking about? I love low top.
Mm-mm. I
It
like
goes
I
better
like
with
my
my
shoes
jeans.
high, huh?
Goes better with my jeans. But high tops are more versatile because you can wear it with like shorts and it looks better.
That's true. Also, I don't know. I feel like they support my ankles better. Like there needs to be a line between fashion and like being able to exist because I cannot wear Vans for the life of me. Those make my feet hurt, my knees. I will
Bro,
never
there's
buy a pair of
people hate
Vans.
on Vans. Like I feel like lately, I've been seeing less Vans, and I always hear people talking down on them. But I love me some Vans.
The only reason why I'm talking down on it is because like they make my body hurt. And it's not even like, oh, I've worn them the whole day. I wear them for like 30 minutes. My feet are hurting. Like, no. That's you defeating the whole purpose of a shoe. Like
For
barefoot would be
skating,
better
at
than
least,
Vans.
they're like flat for that purpose.
Nah, bro.
Practicality though.
Vans are made from like paper bags, but I don't even know what material they make Vans out of.
They
I
have
mean,
nice clothes though.
I don't think that's never been me because a lot of people in middle school that used to be big. Like people would wear Vans and Thrasher.
Rash. What
Thrasher
happened
used
to
to
that?
go crazy back in the day. I never got a Thrasher sweater or a Thrasher shirt.
I got a Thrasher shirt. I remember that day. Oh my god. I went to Cherry Hill Mall, got like the black one with the fire like logo on it. I felt
Mm.
so cool.
That's they were okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like I felt like Thrasher was supreme. All right, this is gonna sound crazy. Thrasher was like supreme for people who couldn't afford Supreme, but it was like also I was introduced to Thrasher before Supreme because they kind of had the same concept of their shirts where it's just like
That's
logo,
valid.
like it just be
No,
like
back
Thrasher
then everything was
logo.
literally logo, like
Mhm.
block logo shit.
I mean, I think Off White was also like a little bit different because the Off White design on the back of their shirts, those were actually sick. I still think that's sick. Like, cause that like the X and the everything else.
I
Shout out to
never got
Virgil,
up
rest in
on
peace,
that.
Virgil. But that was a sick design.
I remember I only owned one piece of Supreme clothing. It was like a navy blue hoodie. I got it in, I think it's like, I forget what that place is called, but in New York, this market, and there was just a floor that was all Supreme stuff. And I was like, I'm not leaving here without something. And I got this nice hoodie. But then, bro, I got it shrunk after I washed it.
No, that's heartbreaking, bro. That's heartbreaking.
Bro, that destroyed me. And now it just sits in my closet. Like, damn.
You can't let it go.
No. No, I'm not letting somebody thrift that. Are you kidding?
I feel you. I'm like, oh my God. What's one thing to anyone who's listening? If you care about any sort of clothing, take care of them. Like, look up, should I wash it cold or hot? What cycle? Should I hang dry it? Like, literally,
Bruh, you're the hang dryer, bro. The first time I came into your room, you had racks of just clothes just out drying.
It's crazy because that you literally used to never be me, but all my clothes, like my whole entire, most of my wardrobe, I've bought for myself. Like my parents buy me like sweatpants and like sweaters, but those are gonna be used for when I have to like do some dirty work or like I'm going to Target. Like I'm really trying to step out. All those clothes I bought for myself, and those are like, you know, I'm trying to not spend money on clothes. So I'm thinking like I want to keep this clean, I want to keep this fresh, and I don't want to buy it again. I need to take care of this as much as possible. And I don't know, I don't trust dryers. They be shrinking stuff. And as a tall dude, you shrink something, I'm not wearing high waters, bro. Like that's OD. That's not cute, man. Every time, oh my God, my family would, I mean, shout out to my family, but they would bully me every time something looks small on me. Like sometimes,
Now
like,
my family did that too.
okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me, but like, this is like, you know, thick thighs and things like that. You know, you wear sweatpants, it's a little bit small, like, they're gonna be looking at you kind of different. And then they'd be like, oh, like it's popping out. I'd be like, chill, man, like, chill out.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I just hang dry my stuff. And the thing is, my roommate now, he's like, why do you hang dry your clothes? I'm just like,
Oh, you still do?
oh, yeah. I'm never stopping hang drying my clothes. That's forever.
Respect.
I'm gonna get another hanger. The only stuff I don't hang dry is like my undergarments, sweatpants, and sweatshirts, and like t-shirts. Like everything else, hang dry. Jeans, hang dry. Sweatpants or like the cool sweatpants I have, hang dry. T-shirts, hang
Skeleton
dry.
suit.
Hmm?
Skeleton suit, hang dry.
And the thing is, you only have to hang dry that. That thing is like you can dry it, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I love that piece of clothing too much. It's just a greater thing of take care of what you love, man. That's it.
For real. What's been bringing you peace lately?
Nah, I just talked for like 25 minutes. What's been bringing you peace lately? I stole your question too. My
Me?
bad.
Going on walks, man. Listening to podcasts, actually. A nice walk in a podcast, that's my shit.
That's good, man.
But also reading, like, I like reading. I wouldn't say I have to force myself to read, but just like when my mind starts to wander, I'll be like, nah, like, and then I'll actually start to get into the story and enjoy what I'm reading. So that's been good.
What books you been reading?
I only read fiction. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm reading this book called The Shadow of the Wind, and I'm almost done. And after that, I have a James Baldwin book. Like he's one of my favorite authors.
You better get some. What's it called? People like he reads James Baldwin.
No, but his writing is like so timeless, I would say.
No, he's an amazing writer for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly,
he's been gaining popularity recently again.
I feel like he's always had these like peaks of popularity where it's just like you forget he exists and then you remember he existed again, and it's just like I don't think he's ever gonna get old. Like James Baldwin is forever, for real. Which is insane.
That's a beautiful thing. Like there's music like that, books like that, art like that just never fades.
I think that's like a big reason on like why I choose to live the way that I live. Like I really want to have an impact, not just like for people to remember me, but like I want to, you know, do something that matter, that helps someone, you know. So it's like I'm not really big on joining like things for like, you know, connections or like popularity. And it's just like that might be cool, but I think doing things like being a part of the community and like, you know, going to the gardening club, you know, that's going to help a lot more people and like leave a lasting impact more than like other things I could be doing.
For real, just being a person. And I feel like sometimes, like now even, I feel like you have to remind yourself of that sometimes because there's so many things to sort of like indulge in that you can forget just being a person, just the basics of life. And like people have been living experiencing the same aspects of life for like way longer than I tend to remember. Like the type of philosophy and stuff that still applies to today, like was written thousands of years ago, and people were dealing with like the same sort of emotional, moral problems.
But I guess to answer your question, what's been bringing me peace in my life, I think it's the same stuff, but like it's our same concept, like doing stuff that makes me happy. Like, you know, you like walking, you like nature, so like I like walking in nature, but for me, gardening club, but also listening to, you know, my favorite podcast, Random Order Show. If y'all want to have me on there one day, please, that would be the greatest day ever.
One day.
I'm gonna get there. But what's it called? Just like listening to that, but also realizing just being sympathetic towards myself because I feel like my manhood is not my manhood as in like a masculine thing, but like what it means to be a man is being tested right now for me. And I feel like I'm beating myself up on like very common and like understandable mistakes, but I just want to be better for myself. It's just that you have to find a balance between understanding your faults and wanting to be better and just like, bombarding yourself with criticism. But it's hard, especially since I got school and whatnot. But
Finding the balance between working on yourself, but also remembering that you're not like a self-improvement project. Like you don't have to constantly be better and better. Although it's good to strive to always be a better person, but also remember that you're good where you're at. And you have value with what you have now.
Exactly. Especially like when you literally are good where you're at, like when you like have a friend group or not have a friend group, when you have, people around you, you're eating, you're alive. Like, like sometimes you
Like
gotta
yes, bro. Sometimes you gotta take a step back, like, and appreciate like my problems are bad, but it could be a lot worse. Or like I have these things going for me.
For sure. Honestly, I'm just glad like I have my family because like I can always default to that. I can always default to like mom, dad, sister, like I'm getting whooped, like what's up though? You know what I'm saying? You could always just say what's up to them.
Always.
But honestly, like what I'm trying to do that you said you do, I'm trying to read more. And not like read just like regular books. Like I have this book that I reading about, emotions. And I think it's really interesting. It's gonna give me a lot of insight into, how to process things. But
is it about other people's emotions or like mastering your own emotions?
It's about just the history and biology and like science of emotions. So it's more of like, what scientists classify certain feelings as and things like that. So it's like information that I can apply to myself, not like a self-help or anything, but it's just like, it's more about informational. I feel like I like to make my own opinions about things. So informational books are like my type of way, or nonfiction or fiction, but I don't like, looking at someone's way of like living and then trying to replicate it because everyone's different. So you just got to use the information.
How do you feel about like self-help books? Personally, I've never read a self-help book.
I haven't either, and I don't really have an opinion on them because it could do different things for different people. But I do not like books are like the 40-something laws of power. That's just manipulation, bro. Like stop. Like just chill out. But I think we kind of like ran out of time today. I gotta go play volleyball. Noah gotta live his life.
See my grandma.
Oh, exactly. Keep the fam in your life.
But it's been real, y'all.
Yeah, man. Follow us on the Elevator Show on most social media apps. I'm gonna link everything's gonna be linked down below. Link in the description. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow.
Hit that like.
Hit that like, sub, share with your grandma, your mom, your daddy, your sister, your girl, your side piece, everything. And follow me at Julian_Matthews with 2 T's. And
you can follow me at Noah Salami.
Yeah. And this has been the Elevator Show. See you guys next time.